So Sandman complained that I had no objective way of. So Sandman complained I had no objective way of quantifying if someone's obsessed with somebody else. Well, and I'm still not going to say that I have a 100% objective way, but let's take a look at his posts. First, I'm looking at his posts. They're from Sandman. I'm not even counting his flooding account, which I think he denies currently. And I didn't count the other ones, his Tmelmos Fire and the Carol one, the one that he and Carol are sharing. And so they have deniability, saying, oh, no, it's not me, it might be him. And then they both point fingers at me to lie. So anyway, I'm not counting that one. And I looked at it within the last 48 days. That just takes us to the beginning of this year. And then I went through and I found all of those. And the ones that do not have my name in it, do not have snit, I made this brown color. But all of these have snit in them. Every single one of them. Every single one. So this is from the start of the year. And yeah, we're now on February 19th. Every single one of these, we can click on any of these and snit. It'll be in every single one of these. Snit. So he talks about me a whole lot. And now, some of those he might mention my name or someone else might mention my name. But let's just click a few random one of these. This one right here, for example, he's talking about me. He's talking about me. So that's a pretty strong obsession. Let's even go back to the beginning of the year. Beginning of the year, he points to a post. This is Ron B. Again, we're talking about obsession. Pretty much every post you look at in Cola, there's going to be someone talking about me, which is really creepy and weird. But this is Ron B. He's not mentioning my name, but he's responding to something I've said, and we'll talk about that. Imagine my shock and utter surprise when, on a lark, I thought I would try installing applications I normally use in Mate in Linux Mint 18 XFCE instead, and it actually worked. I kid you not. Is he really surprised by this? I mean, he is pretty ignorant of Linux, but I don't think that he's that ignorant. Well, what are the chances of that happening? I thought it was just a freak of nature when these same Mate applications also worked in KDE, but lightning has struck twice. Now I find my Mate applications also work in other KDE and XFCE. So, a little odd. I mean, he's playing a game there. He's playing a game. What is his game? What is he responding to? Well, I talk about that. Of course it would work. Of course it would work. Of course, it should be, of course, I think it would work, or I knew it would work. But you did too. Of course, Ron B. knew that would work. His post is just a trolling message where he actively sought to twist what I've been telling him. I never said they would not run at all. And that's true, I never did. I noted they would not fit in with the system. A KDE app running in on GNOME still has KDE conventions and vice versa. I noticed Ron B. doesn't post anything about the apps. He doesn't show images, doesn't show videos. He's just talking about lowest common denominator. It works. You can use the application. I mentioned that, hey, if you want to prove me wrong, show these apps running on your system and how the menus and the menus and so we could see how they work. And of course, he's never going to do that. Because, of course, I'm right. My point was that when you're running a KDE app on GNOME, it's going to still feel like a KDE app. It's not going to fit in with the system. It's not that it won't run. And I note he never will, because, he's just trolling. Sandman posts. He's not part of this conversation at all, but he posts, well, that didn't last long. What didn't? He's saying on here that I'd be giving everyone a fresh start. We talked about that. I'd absolutely give people a fresh start. Well, I did. I gave Ron B a fresh start, and he played his games, and I called him out on it. Yeah, of course I did. I have no problem with doing that. So I didn't do anything wrong, but, Sandman is implying that I broke my word here, which of course I never did. Next one right here. He's talking about responding to Ron B. He's not responding to me. Remember, that was his criteria. He's just responding to the person. But in this right here, there's going to be my name. Let's go and see where it is. So maybe on this one, he mentions my name. The Mac trolls, not users, mostly referring to snit. So here we have again Ron B obsessing over me. But without reading all of this right now, and this one, my name's mentioned, but it's possible that Sandman doesn't. It doesn't look like he does. This one right here, Sandman's obsessing over me again. And here he is, talking to me, and he's going to be obsessing over my posts. And calling me names, and calling them names, and he's obsessing over me and my actions. This right here, he tracks his own trolling of me. Completely dishonest of him. This right here, he's again just making accusations. He's never going to support them. His claim is, as long as he makes the accusation, someone has to spend the time to refute them, or they should be considered true, which is an idiotic standard. Here we have, oh my goodness, here we have, he's starting a new thread. Maybe he renamed an old thread so he doesn't get it counted on his starting new thread. I don't care. Snit's trolling performance for the week. It doesn't even say if these are all from me, and most of these are not. Yeah, holy cow, I guarantee you most of those threads are not from me. I think, in fact, most of those are from he and Carol using their trolling stuff. So, I mean, this is just a complete and utter lie where he's obsessing about me. Obsessing about me even more. Again, he's just claiming I'm lying. He offers no support ever. And again, it goes back to his, as long as he claims it, it must be true unless someone spends the time to go and refute his 62 accusations. I mean, it's just insane. Nobody can do that. So most of these, as we've seen, are him obsessing over me, focusing on me. The topic he's talking about is me. It's not Linux. It's not technology. Even the ones where he doesn't, my name's not mentioned. This is where, it's a different color. Not about me. Okay, that's fine. That's good. Let's go and look at a couple others. This one right here. Again, not about me. Good. But look at how many are. Boom, boom, boom. At least mention my name. And again, we could just randomly pick on one. Well, this is one of his digests where he's tracking his own trolling. And again, he's just has automated trolling there. But it's focused on me. He's tracking how he's trolling me. Snit summary. I mean, again, the obsession is with me. And again, all of these. I mean, we could pick anyone, move up and down, move them down, just click randomly. And poor Snit still can't. Yeah, he's talking about me. Talking about me. Almost every single one of these. This is going back all the way to the beginning of the year. We finally get, oh my goodness, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row where he doesn't talk about me. No, but he does. My name's not mentioned. Well, fewer at least, since most posters are from the US, and that's the time. Yeah, who are they talking about? They are talking about, mentioning Snit. Well, that does have, I must have had, when I did the search, had it just as a full word, because there it is. He's talking about me. And this one right here, talking about me during the hours of 0 to 8 a.m. his time. Again, talking about me. This right here, Sandman filters. Let's go ahead and open that up. And what do you know? Kill when Puppeteer matches Snit. I mean, again, he's focused on me. I'm the only. Oh, he also mentions one other person, but there's a strong focus on me and his lying about me. He's lying about me using sand puppets. Sand puppets, sock puppets right there. So it's just lie after lie. This one doesn't have Snit in it. That's not about me. But I mean, almost everyone, this is from the beginning of the year, mentioned Snit. And we can click on any of these. A lot of these Snit digest things where he tracks his own trolling. This is an insane obsession. Insane obsession from him. So I would say if you have 50% or more of your posts focused on another person, not on replying to them, you might be replying to them talking about how to use Vim. You might be talking to them about bugs in KDE. You might be talking to them about something, but you're not talking about them. About them. That, I would think, is a good standard for what is a obsession. And we look right here, and we're not talking, if you're talking 5 posts, and 3 of them talk about someone, okay, we're talking right here, he has hundreds of posts, and they are almost all about me. Almost all about me. You can see a whole bunch, Snit digest, Snit digest, Snit digest. He tracks, this right here, this is him tracking how many times he's tracked his trolling of me. I mean, it's meta obsession here. This is just, he's obsessed about his obsession of me. It's just insane. Here we go. Here's one that looks like it's not specifically about me, but most of them are. Here Snit is trying to make it seem whatever. He's talking about me. We can click on almost any one of these, and we could rate them. Are they about me or not? I just looked for my name in them. We've seen that's not 100% accurate, but I would bet you he reaches 90% of his posts are about me. That is an extreme obsession.